Morning. So it's, what day is it today? Thursday. So yesterday I had the all day styling shoot and oh, how do I turn this off now? I've got a sound bar. Oh. So it was actually fairly stress-free, but we had one annoying thing happen. So we'd finished with the first model, which was a little boy. We'd done his videos and his stills, and he'd actually left. We said, you can go home now, and then realised that the hard drive, which was brand new, had corrupted all the files, and yeah, we couldn't access them. So essentially we had to do all of that again. So we had to ring his mum and get him to come all the way back and reshoot it all. I actually think the stuff we shot second was actually better, but it still meant that instead of finishing early, which would have been such a divine treat, we finished bang on, I think 6:30. So I was there from 8 in the morning to that time, and then obviously had to get home. So long day for me, but all in all it was fine, and the models were actually really lovely, so that's good. Today I'm just resting throughout the day because tonight I'm going to a trans lingerie catwalk show. Something I really wanted to cover, even though I'm not going to write an article about it or anything. I wanted to put it on my Instagram and on my YouTube because I think it's really important that, you know, we try and cover these things, because hopefully these things will start to become more regular and will be seen as normal and accepted by people, and it's not going to be actually such a, it's just not going to feel like a special one-off thing. It's just going to be another catwalk show. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I made it down there, even though really today I could do without going into London, if I'm honest, but I'm sure it would be a fantastic show. And I think there's some voguing going on afterwards as well, which will be fun to capture. And then tomorrow morning, if I haven't killed myself, I've got a blogger brunch, and that's with Tangle Teezer, which will be nice. They're launching their new blogger campaign. I actually know who the bloggers are already, but I will act surprised. And yeah, so that will be nice. And yeah, that's about it really. I don't think I have much else to report. I've got to turn this off now because I've got to charge this camera. So I'm back from the Tangle Teezer event now. Sorry, I didn't intro it this morning, but it's the launch of their Fine and Fragile detangling brush, and kind of the what's it, the celebration, or well, basically they're the bigger reveal. That's what the best way of saying it is, the reveal of their Instagram kind of hair squad. So there's Lauren Poopy, who you might know from Towie, Sophie Hannah Richardson, Nadine Baggett. Actually, I need to check because I'm terrible with names, but they're all lovely, they're all beautiful. And what I liked about their choice of people was they covered different age groups for once, which for me, as someone that would be considered a fairly old blogger, it's just nice to see, you know, older people represented. It's not like we stop shopping from a certain age or stop having an interest in hair and beauty. So that was great. And they were all different styles in terms of how they dress. They had different hair types. It's just nice to see a bit more diversity. So that was really cool. But anyway, so since coming back, we've had a Groupon delivery. So we decided to get our microwave, kettle and toaster from Groupon because we saw a really good deal. And they've arrived. They're really nice actually, but unfortunately the microwave has a dent in the back. So we're just working out how easy that is going to be to get it sent back and hopefully get a replacement for it. I've not done something with Groupon before of this nature, so I don't know how easy a process it's going to be, but hopefully it's not going to be too annoying. But anyway, this is gone for kind of stainless steel. This is the toaster. Because our kitchen's kind of mainly woody, we thought it would be a nice contrast and a bit of a blank canvas as well. So yeah, and I was a bit worried that it would get quite fingerprinty, but it doesn't seem too bad at the moment. So we're in Guildford and we're here at Barker's Stonehouse. My friend recommended we come here because apparently lots of furniture, but also they do 0% finance apparently, so that's potentially going to be very useful. Oh look, they've got a feature like green wall up there. Should we have that in our lounge, Si? Should we have a feature green wall?
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I don't know what we're looking for today, do you?
No, I'm not. Just having a little mosey about, aren't we?
Yeah. Are you hating that I'm vlogging in public and there's loads of people about?
That's alright.
Oh, God.
You're used to it now.
He's getting confident. I don't like it. I still feel very uncomfortable.
It looks like a pizza.
It does. Look.
It's like a pizza place.
Pete, it's making me hungry.
Wood-fired pizza.
Wood-fired pizza. Go and try that sofa outside. See how come. Yeah.
Oh,
that looks really comfy.
it's really good.
Okay, I'm going to try it now.
It's soft, but it feels. Ooh. It is soft, but you've got that kind of back support as well.
Yeah, it's not too low at the back. Some of them are a bit low at the back.
You just need one of those flip-flops.
I love your imaginary poofs. The next one we like. So we found our dream sofa, we think.
Oh, I've seen
what?
Remember those lights with the LEDs in it?
Oh no.
It's the round version.
Yeah, this one's really nice. Look at this mirror.
Oh, wow, that's for me.
What, in your dressing room that you will not have. Oh God. We're woken. This is so clever though, isn't it? This.
Do you reckon?
It's very Matrix, isn't it?
You come up close, you can see that it goes on.
Yeah. Very cool. Good day to you. So it's been a little while since we've caught up. So I feel like loads has happened. Some very insignificant things, some significant, but I'll just catch up everything I can think of that I might not have shared with you in vlog form yet. So we had some very good news. My cousin got the all clear for cancer, which was amazing news. But then yesterday a relative had a heart attack and she's in hospital potentially having heart surgery today. So yeah, what more can you say about that really? It's just hoping for good news really. Obviously we hoped that we would be moving next week. We haven't signed a contract yet or anything, and usually you need to give the sellers 2 weeks after signing a contract, so that means it's probably going to be quite a way away, which is obviously very frustrating, and it's just making work stuff a bit tricky because I can't plan where I'm going to be, whether I'm going to be free on certain days to attend events or complete some deadlines on some collaborations and things like that. And obviously things are slightly chaotic because we're kind of preparing to move, so we're buying certain things that are just filling any excess space we had before. it's mainly legal stuff that is holding us up. Like the lease they have is very out of date. There's lots of conflicting information in the lease. There's things that aren't in the lease that should be in the lease. Like today, for instance, we found out, even though we have a loft, we don't actually own the loft in our flat. So we need to find out whether that matters and whether we can still use the loft, or whether at some point someone could be like, I want to use the loft. You know, the person that owns it. So, I don't know, it's a bit complicated. So there's lots of finicky things like that, like whether we need buildings and contents insurance or just buildings insurance because there's someone that owns the whole property because it's split up into maisonettes. Whether they take care of that or we take care of that, it's all quite unclear. And then there's a road that leads to the garages that, according to the lease, we don't have access to, which would make using our garage impossible. So, God knows. Anyway, so all this stuff requires more conversations between both solicitors and then waiting for answers, and it just delays everything. Like, it shouldn't take as long as it does, but it just seems to take a while. What else? I got my hair fixed for 25 quid as well, and 5 minutes down the road, so no trip to London, so I didn't have to spend 20 quid on a train ticket or anything like that. So it was a trainee at Tony and Guy, 25 quid to give me some highlights, which it wasn't a colour correction they did. They just kind of broke up the banding that I created by putting in some highlights, and it's made enough difference that like my hair doesn't really look dodgy anymore, and it's good enough. And then next time I have it done, they're going to put more blonde in to make it literally as good as new. They just wanted to do it in a way this time that wasn't going to be too damaging, so they put like one highlight to one dark blonde, one highlight to one dark blonde, just so it's more of a gradual resuscitation of my barnet. So yeah, tonight I'm going to this What Women Want at, where is it tonight? Leicester Square at the View, and there's drinks and canapes before, and I bring my friend Nat, who I went to school with, which will be lovely to catch up with her. I don't see her nearly enough, but we'll have a good natter before we go in. And this morning I actually went to my first school, my primary school, because they've hired me to do some filming for their end of summer party for the kids. They want me to create a almost Secret Life of Kids type video where the kids are talking to the camera, saying funny things, and they're going to show it on a big screen. But when you work with kids, you have to have a DAB check, DBA, I can't remember, but something like that. So you have to do an online form, and then you have to go to the school and drop off identifications and a signed form and all that sort of stuff. So you need to get a certificate before you can then work with children. I just need to check that you haven't got any criminal offences and all that sort of stuff. So I had to do that this morning, and yeah, that's about it. The rest of the day has just been solicitor chat and things like that. Look what we found in the charity shop today. Not just one Young Guns album, but 2 Young Guns albums.
Not just one, two.
Two! Stains is over Young Guns. Good morning, everyone. Wait, let me just turn down Grey's Anatomy. Yes, I am late to the party, and I started watching it, I don't know, a week or 2 ago, and I am already on season 6. But some of you that have watched that would have predicted that, and yes, I have cried this morning watching the end of series 5. How could they do that? Anyway, let's update. Where are we with everything? Yeah, so someone tried to hack my NatWest account, and obviously I've moved all my money to make the purchase into that account, so that was stressful. So I had to go down to the bank to sort that out. Luckily nothing's been taken out, so that's sorted. I signed some documents and they were dropped down at the solicitors yesterday. We still haven't exchanged, so at this point we could still lose the flat. There were some issues with the lease in that when you read it, it looked like it didn't state actually what we own, so which is quite an important thing, and usually it's very clear what you own. and it looked like we wouldn't have access to the garage, or have legal access at least, which is quite a big flaw. So that's having to be ironed out. But I'm really hoping in the next 2 days we might get to the point where we can actually sign something, and then at least we can relax, even though we won't be moving in for a bit. We know we've got it. Anyway, I thought I'd show you because I think this is the first like really exciting house related delivery, so I thought I'd open it in front of you guys. Sorry that I look like a foot today, but I think you will be very much used to that. Can you even hear me while I'm making all this racket? This is like the opposite of ASMR, isn't it? This is just like horrendous noise. Oh. I've just realised you can't see what my hands are doing, so this might look very dodgy. It isn't, I can assure you. Zero libido right now. I'm just full on stress. Okay. Yes, it is what I thought it was. I need to pause Grey's Anatomy because I think, chatting to you, I'm missing some vital, tragic moments. By the way, comfiest pyjamas of all time. I shot some photos for a pyjama brand. I think it was last year, might even be 2 years ago, for their website. And they gave me a free set of pyjamas after the shoot, and they are lovely. Oh, God! Literally, this is enough to put me in bed doing all this afterwards. Oh God, we're in. We're in. So here we are. This is paint for the master bedroom, and I've gone for Gregory's Den by a brand called Earthborn. It's a luxurious ultra matte emulsion. I wanted to use some, oh it's very heavy, Earthborn, because I wanted to be a little bit kinder with some of the decisions I make in terms of how I decorate. Obviously there's some limitations because I am on a serious budget, but where possible I want to be just a little bit more thoughtful about the brands I use, perhaps. If there is an opportunity, like I'm going to be doing some getting some vintage things, some charity shop things, some eBay finds, some Facebook group finds, upcycling, all that sort of stuff. So this has got an EU eco label on it, which means it's kind of certified as having some environmental excellence. So I'll tell you more about Earthborn shortly. This was bought with my own money, by the way. This wasn't gifted.